All right, thank you very much, Mehalani, and Mr. Kaneshiro, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Good morning, Dan.
Really appreciate it. The first question I wanted to ask you is about some accusations that were made in one of your opponent's ads. Actually, two of the ads there. He said that you had spent $700,000. We're talking about Darwin Ching here, I should say, one of his campaign ads. Said you overspent $700,000 on an MTL bus investigation. He also threw out another accusation saying that you had no fresh ideas. Your response to these accusations, sir?
The first accusation, we did an investigation of the MTL executives. 6 executives were indicted, and all 6 pled either guilty or no contest. They didn't contest the evidence and were sentenced. We had to do that investigation because we had people from MTL, the employees, come to us and telling us of the thefts and things that were occurring at MTL. And nobody listened to them, supported them, including the mayor administration. So we did the investigation, and the result of the investigation proved that public corruption was occurring.
So this is something that you definitely stand by?
Yes, it's something that I definitely stand by, something that we did, and we improved the bus system as a result of that.
Are you surprised that this type of ad came out so late in the campaign season?
No, not really. Everybody has different ways of campaigning, different styles. My style of campaigning is to stick to my qualifications and my experience, and let people decide on that.
And I think a lot of people, people are familiar with you because you were the city prosecutor before. I think people are familiar with all 3 candidates. What is the real difference between yourself and your 2 opponents, Don Picaro and Darwin Ching?
Well, the things I said I'm going to do, I did. For example, the sex assault unit. I said I'm going to form a sex assault unit. I found that we had it in the prosecutor's office, and it was disbanded for 14 years. So I find it ironic that all of a sudden they want to bring it back. Maybe it's because the news crime statistics shows that rape went up 8%. The other thing is, on the drug, I've always maintained we had to deal with the drug problem. And I've done none of the things I said I'm going to do. Unfortunate thing, I got to do it. I got to bring it back and do those things. You know, things like computer fraud and domestic violence are a result of drugs. You got to look at what is the cause of all this. It's the drugs. You cannot just deal with computer crimes and not deal with the drugs. You have to handle the drug offenses and address that problem. And I feel that I can do this because I've done it before, and I'm a leader. You know, I just don't do trials. I've done my trials already.
All right. Keith Kaneshiro, he's one of the candidates for city prosecutor, and of course the election is this Saturday. Sir, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
And we also had Darwin Ching on Monday morning's news, and we had Don Picaro on earlier this morning. And to view that interview or this interview or any of those interviews, or to watch any segments on the morning show, just check out This Morning, the This Morning section of KITV.com. We also want to remind you that our primary election coverage starts at 5:30 p.m. this Saturday. Be sure to tune in, and also KITV.com will have updates throughout the day. Mehalani, Ken, back.